Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are doing an audio commentary on Calling All Engines, Stemies vs. Diesels, episode 18 series finale. It is, I'll get into this later, but I am really it's great to be able to do this.
Is a very important place. It's where the engines...
Hang on, just gonna turn that down a bit so I can talk and you won't hear the other sound. So, the original idea for this story was, I wanted to, after watching Usual Bloke Luke's review on it, I have been wanting to do my own take on it, and to make it my own, and I thought after watching his Calling All Engines review, I got inspiration, and it just morphed from there. But I gotta tell you, I put all my passion and dedication into this, and I loved it.
He is not here to scrap you, but he's here to help. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There was originally a deleted scene here. Originally, I had Thomas biff Arian Bert's flatbed, but I didn't. If you notice throughout here, I add in some jokes here, as well as I keep the pace and flow moving. Instead of showing Percy doing the mistake and wasting time, I keep the flow of the pace moving. Here's Diesel 10's introduction. I'll go over this one day, but that's actually Clay up top there on his roof. This is How to Train Your Dragon music from How to Train Your Dragon 1. I used 2 pieces of it, and it made people's day. I really enjoyed my, this wasn't even scripted, but yeah, I acted like it, but my voice work was scripted. I did a great job. I like how it goes from the Strato Hat scolding them, to Diesel snarling, to Thomas being surprised, to Emily saying, "Take a guess, Thomas." That had to be my favorite line, and it made it into the behind-the-scenes stuff as well, because I just loved it so much. That line had so much, had an amount of oomph behind it, a big old punch to it. And I had Paxton and Sydney in here as like henchmen type things. They were like keeping Diesel's secrets, doing they're like Jasper and Horace types, keeping Diesel's secrets and doing his dirty work.
This is true.
Toby really didn't have a major role in this. This scene was more of just a exposition scene, a scene just to be able to have someone to talk to. I didn't really have him in the special all that much, but James was a big part of the special too. I got inspiration from Usual Bloke Luke on that.
There you go, James.
Now this scene was one of many scenes of 2 scenes where I had a whole bunch of engines, a cluster ton of engines in the on the ground or on tracks in the yard, and I had Henry here specifically because I wanted to show and emphasize how just big, strong Henry really is and how much of a giant he is, and I wanted to show that green on his side of him. I'll go over this one day, but this Henry's I'll go over this green Henry someday, but it's one of my special, most prized customs. I also like the color in it. You got green, red, orange, blue, or not orange, blue, black, all that color. I wish this shot would have been a bit better. For my canon, this takes place after season 5. So instead of Magic Railroad, have this be Calling All Engines be my Calling Engines be the first one.
That's right. Diesel did absolutely nothing.
Numberless. That came from Victor Tanzik. I love this shot. Love the angle. Alright, sorry if I skipped there. I was just trying to cut out the certain bits. Now this shot here, I zoomed in on it, and I had my phone at this certain angle, at this angle of Diesel, and it just worked out perfectly. This is just something awesome. As you can see, I changed it from a Wood Railway Thomas to my Take and Play Calling All Engines Thomas. The only bad thing is it doesn't fit on the track that well, but I'm not complaining about that. Stripey Boiler, that came from Eric Pierre 53. Or his review on this movie.
Diesel get you? Yes.
Again, this was originally different in the deleted scenes.
You want me to go and teach him a lesson? That won't be necessary. I'll show those Diesels. Matt was angry.
Again, another deleted scene there. With the original, another deleted scene was I showed all the engines being biffed and bashed, and one of the lines that I had to cut out was Diesel biffing Toby into the station master's house and making a Thomas Comes to Breakfast reference, and then and then him saying eat the station master's breakfast, showing the back of Toby. Now this music coming up, it's as sad and depressing as it is, it's very beautiful and touching and heartwarming, and it really emphasizes the tone. Oh, I'm gonna get emotional here. Thomas is clean now.
He saw a sight that made his boiler.
I wish I would have had Rusty on a track or had Lady floating on the ground and have Rusty on the track, but I didn't. I was just scrambling to get this all done in time. I think that's Trackmaster Rusty, by the way. I do have a wooden railway one. I use that one more. I gotta say, again, the pacing is just perfect. Even though I'm no director, but I do the best job when it comes to a pacing, and it comes to action. This is one of This is one of 3 tracking shots in the film. 2 of them got deleted, unfortunately. I love that bridge set. Now, if you can look in the background there, you can see some trucks off the rails and on the carpet. That was just me. I didn't realize I put that in there until I came back and watched this for the second time. But I did. And also, if you noticed, I stopped using the Lego figures and used the scale model figures of other things, of other franchises, because, number one, I like meshing things together, and 2, I just don't want to use Lego as a default because it's a default, and I just prefer the figures. One of my goals with this was to remove any learning segments from the film that they had, and to put those and not have those at all. I would accomplish that goal. I love this set here because it shows so much of a character-driven thing, and it also shows so much of a presence that of the signalman just standing there, and it shows how much of a control he has for the yard and the signal box and all that. And it's also the line that Diesel 10 is on later, and when he shows Thomas, the thumbnail shows it.
Then Thomas realized there's one engine I haven't told yet.
Emily?
Who is that? I know exactly where he is.
Okay, this shot here, I was very conflicted on how to do it, and I wanted to be able to pull it off just right, but I did. I was just trying to aim towards Douglas, but in the behind the scenes, when I did it, it just was not good. I did a more shaky, terrible camera in the behind the scenes, deleted scene stuff. This is the best thumbnail in history, and this has to be the best wrap-up of this has to be the best story of the Calling All Engines story. And again, we're like, making good time here. This was 19 minutes, but, we did it like, we did this like, the story went fast. And my idea for Diesel 10 being on Sodor was that he is from the scrapyard, and that he's used for trees and scrap clearing and moving, and he has a crew with him. That's why there's a workman right there. I love copying Michael Brandon's narration. It's so fun. Obviously, airport out of sight. I just brought that in because they had in the movie. I was just trying to bring it all together.
Maybe I will help later. But we need your help now, or all the engines would have worked for nothing.
I really put a lot of oomph and a lot of emotion into this performance that I did. I do a pretty good Thomas voice. I'll give you that. I don't do a pretty good bad one. getting desperate. If Diesel 10 was willing to help Thomas in the original, I think he would said something like that.
Said Thomas. Thomas and Diesel 10 got their scrap trucks up together, and they went chuffed away to...
Again, just amazing set. I love him.
Thomas arrived at the...
In my opinion, Thomas would just shout this out.
He blurted out, "Steam engines and diesel engines need
Got 7 minutes on my camera.
together," shouted Thomas. "We don't want to work with stinky steamies. We don't want to work with dirty diesels either," shouted Thursday.
Just trying to be adding more oomph and emotion to the line delivery.
Of all engines for help, then surely you all should be able to...
I wanted to include the Great Westerners in this somehow.
I suppose we could give it a shot.
That came from the TCC line, that did.
See the day, said Ari.
Again, good colors, love it. It's bouncing off the camera well. And Ari has a paper clip there as a front coupling.
Thomas. Now let's get this airport running again. And Diesel's
I wanted to emphasize that Diesel was a change of heart.
and work with the steam engines. And together, working as one, steam engines and diesel engines got things running and working. And at last, the new runway...
Coming up is a thing that I just decided to add in just to be able to, because I didn't have a 3-way like wooden railway track there. I decided to add in Mavis on the side just because I was just trying to be creative and I had to work with my limits.
Seeing you all engines put your differences aside for once and work together has really warmed my heart.
Again, this is just a idea of being able. This is me adding more emotion, and I was saying this. It wasn't even scripted. I just said this, and I said it like I was having a normal conversation.
I never thought I'd ever say it, but you are a really useful engine, and it's been a pleasure meeting you. You're welcome, sir. Now,
Emphasizing the is from the mainland on rent.
I think it's time
Now,
to
this is a reference to the first season of Stemies vs. Diesels to try to tie it all together and wrap it up as a fun gag.
Crash. And James, you have been nothing but rude to Diesel. And on the first day, you, Gordon, and Henry were all kicked me out of the yard.
I love it. It's just so, like, it's just awesome. It's so natural, too. It just sounds like such, like, good.
I'm sorry, Diesel.
It just sounds like words you...
I'm sorry, Diesel, for being rude to you.
Sounds like words that you would just hear, again, scripted, but not really.
Have been possible.
This is the shot I'm talking about. Again, just trying to be clever, working with the limits. But I love this. This looks like this makes a good like banner.
Together as one. And for me, help of getting Diesel 10 to work with steam engines. That evening,
I wanted to emphasize that Thomas is in front because he's the leader.
for the engines. Thanks till 10, rebuild the
So I wanted to do like a full 360 shot, but I couldn't, or full 360 spin, but I couldn't because, or like a fast one anyways. Oh wait, no, never mind.
sad. Spending time
In the deleted scenes, I had Emily say it, but here it's the narrator, saying it.
to be given the chance to spend the time here, considering I added an extra berth. Oh, thank you, sir.
I'm watching Calling All Engines on my portable DVD player right
I
now.
must make more being
Emily apologizing to everyone.
you, in the past. And I am, well, I don't know about that, but sure, why not? Agreed.
And we're finally here. We're getting into the ending. Again, a snappy pace to it. This is like a tight script. Now, from this point onwards, Diesel is more of just... He may not be he's not a mean engine. He's not a grumpy engine. He's just a nice kind of guy. And here are the credits. This was on paper, and I did my best to put my effort into these credits as well, and not make them half-assed, like I did with the other Enterprising Engines ones. But here's a funny one. Cameo from Bruno. Yeah, he's in Dead and Dark. They're in the background somewhere. If you do watch the full episode, though, there is an epilogue. Here's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying about Diesel being a good guy.
No, you're not, Thomas. You're pretty good. Good. Philipper Paxton, which is the highest compliment
There's
I
a
can give.
silly gag there.
Awesome.
And I decided to add in the Headmaster Hastings singing. Well, that wraps it up for this behind the scenes thing, or audio commentary. I'll add this to the playlist. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I hope this video gets me more views and subscribers. You take care and have a great day.